My precious boy is turning 25. He asked for a nostalgic chocolate cake and he got it. It was one of the most delicious, light, fluffy cakes I've ever made. Let me show you how to make this chocolate chiffon cake step by step, and let's get started. The first step you're gonna do is mix some cocoa powder with some hot boiling water. Set aside to cool completely. I always like to use Dutch processed cocoa. Now for the dry ingredients, you're gonna sift the flour and then you're gonna measure 1 3/4 of a cup of cake flour. I love to use cake flour, it gives you a lighter, fluffier cake. After you sift and measure, you're gonna add 3 teaspoons of baking powder, a 1/4 teaspoon baking soda. Mix with a whisk and the dry ingredients are ready. Now I'm separating the eggs. I have 7 extra large eggs. I separate with a clean hand. It's the easiest way to do it. And eggs also have to be room temperature. At this point, you can preheat the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Now I'm gonna work on the egg whites. I sift the powdered sugar and then measure the amount I need. I whip the egg whites using the electric mixer and I add the powdered sugar gradually. And here's what you're looking for. Stiff peaks, just like so. Smooth, glossy. The egg whites are ready. I set aside and work on the egg yolks. I break them up a little bit, add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, a good vanilla extract. Then add the oil. It has to be a neutral oil. Whisk well, and now you're gonna add the cocoa water mixture. Make sure it's cool to the touch. I let it go through a sieve in order to strain any little lumps. Whisk well and the wet batter is ready, chocolatey, glossy and beautiful. Add the flour and whisk just until combined. And if you're liking my educational content, please make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so that you won't miss any of my new uploads, and follow me on my other social media. The links are in my profile. I stop here and start adding the egg whites, folding ever so gently. Take your time, it might take a minute or two. You don't want to deflate all the egg whites. Stop when you feel it's well incorporated and looks something like this. I love to bake in 2 9-inch pans. It turns out perfect every single time. Make sure to line with parchment paper and grease with a little bit of baking spray or a little bit of flour and butter. Divide the batter gently and in the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It takes 20 to 25 minutes in my oven. While the cake is baking, I'm gonna make my very own delicious, light and fluffy cream filling and topping. All I have in the mixer is some very cold heavy whipping cream, some cream cheese to stabilize the whole thing. I like to flavor with vanilla extract and a little bit of espresso coffee. You can choose not to add the coffee. You are gonna sweeten though with some powdered sugar. Let it whip until smooth. You can't over whip your heavy whipping cream. It needs to look something like this, and it's ready. I'm also making some chocolate sauce to go inside the cake and outside for decoration. I heat the heavy whipping cream, add the semi-sweet chocolate. It needs to be a good quality chocolate. Let it melt, add the butter. 2 tablespoons of butter are quite enough. Sweeten with some powdered sugar and 2 tablespoons of espresso coffee. It's only going to enhance the chocolate flavor, but you can skip the coffee altogether. When the chocolate sauce is smooth and shiny, I set aside to cool a little bit. And I'm going to work on the last ingredient, the simple syrup. 3/4 cup of sugar, 3/4 cup of water. I bring them to a boil. When everything is melted, I add a 1/4 cup of freshly brewed espresso. And this step you can skip the espresso and keep it a simple syrup on its own. This cake will bake fast. It was in the oven for 20 minutes and every oven is different. So check on it with a toothpick. If the toothpick inserted comes out clean, that means the cake is ready. The cake should be very, very spongy, light and fluffy. Now I'm gonna work on assembling the cake. Everything is creamy, dreamy, and it smells heavenly in my kitchen. I make sure the cake and the sauces are cool to the touch before I start working on the cake. This is gonna be a 4-layer cake. I use a brush to spread the syrup. It's the best way to do it. You don't overdo it with the syrup. I use a piping bag to spread the heavy whipping cream. A nice layer should go on each layer, just like so. Spread and add the next layer. Stay with me because this layer is gonna be very special. I'm gonna add the syrup as usual and a layer of the whipping cream on the outer edges. Keep a nice space in the middle for a little bit of chocolate sauce. This is gonna be a very nice surprise when you cut into the cake. Finish with all the layers as usual. I can't tell you how many times I've made this cake in different variations. Sometimes I add hazelnut, sometimes I add different fillings, but it's always the same light cake. It is so fluffy and it's worth trying once at least. Besides, it's a labor of love. A birthday cake is always so special for one of my kids. Now I have so much fun with the decoration. Cover it with a layer of the whipping cream. It doesn't have to be perfect. I finish with some chocolate sauce and some chocolate shavings. A nice milk chocolate goes on top and on the sides. I use a cheese slicer or a mandolin to slice the chocolate when it's room temperature. It's much easier to get some nice chocolate curls. I finish with some heart macaroons and some edible butterflies. This cake will taste best if you leave it in the fridge overnight. I highly recommend you cover the cake. And here are some finishing touches, hot macaroons and some edible butterflies. And wait until you taste this cake. It's so heavenly. Please leave a comment if you try this cake. I can't believe my Zaid is already 25. You're my handsome, kind, loving, caring son and friend, and I love you so much. And until next time, my friends, bon appétit.